did my thing, didn't I? Girl, I am being tested.
And another woman that can take your spotlight.
Every day I'm learning that the real flex is just being in love with yourself and ignoring the world and knowing that you the shit and that you can make it out of anything. So here I am, day by day.
Child, my feet sliding up in these heels with all this baby oil. I don't know. Girl. Oh, child. I wasn't thinking when I did that. I was not thinking. Yeah, babe. I did my thing, didn't I? Baby mama is oiled up. I got sunburned so bad, y'all. Look. Oh my gosh. And even all over my back, girl, is a hot mess. Ooh, child, we gonna be late. Y'all share. They got a little bit of everything over here, honey. I bet you this is the one I probably wanted. To y'all.
Anything is fixable. Anytime. want it, girl, let me know. I want that's why, just let it go. Do your thing, baby, take control. On my knees, just say the word. No regrets is gonna go in there. I take my time when I'm loving you. Foreplay at 1, 1 and 2, 2. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me that. Tell me if I'm good enough. Tell me that. Let me know. Tell me what you want. Tell me. Tell me what you need. Tell me. Just go. Tell me. Can't lie. We're alone. I'm up in your mix if you put me on. Talk to me, I'll understand.
Hey y'all, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. I'm headed to my nail appointment today. I've been having the same nails on since my birthday, y'all, since before my birthday. And child, they look a hot mess. They've been coming off. I've been gluing them back on, child, and so it's just time. So I figured since today was pretty much like one of my free days, I go ahead and get them taken care of instead of waiting for the weekend because I be kind of busy. So y'all, the nail tech that I usually go to, which is the same one that I'm always complaining about, saying that I love her work, but my nails don't last. I texted her earlier on my lunch break and I was asking her, you know, if she was available to do nails. And she was like, yeah, you know, can you come at 4:15? And I'm like, yeah, cool, like that's perfect. So just a while ago, y'all, when I was getting dressed, she texted me and she was like, do you want me to do your nails or you want my brother to do your nails? Now, mind you, her brother was the same one that had did my toes. And he does really, really good. So she was like, yeah, you know, he does really good work. And, you know, she giving him all his props and stuff because my thing is, like, when I go to her, she does really good. She always get my shapes on point. She always get my designs on point. But I be trying to get, like, certain designs sometimes that I feel like she can do them, but it's like she don't be wanting to do them. So she was kind of like alluding to her brother. Like, she's like, you know, the designs you like, you know, he knows how to do or whatever. And I'm like, oh, for real, you know? So I'm like, okay, I may have to try him out. But I love her, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I ain't really want to just up and leave like that. You know what I'm saying? Not up and leave. But, you know, that's my girl. But I'm like, if he does good work like she's saying he does, and his nails actually last, that's a win-win. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm finna go over here and see what he's talking about, y'all. I hope. I really do feel like he'll do good nails because his, like, the way he the way he shapes your nails and all of that, it be like to the T. Like, he did my toes to the T. Like, I didn't have not one complaint. I didn't have to tell him anything about my toes. But then again, y'all, you know, the nails and the toes, they're a little different. So I'm a little particular when it comes to my fingers. But, you know, if he got my toes on point, I feel like, you know, he can't mess up my nails too much. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, y'all, that he gonna do a good job. Because, baby, I don't got money to be wasting now. I ain't got money to be wasting. And speaking of which, y'all, I met this other lady at my son's football game about two weekends ago. And she had came up to me. She was like, let me see your nails or whatever. She's like, they are so pretty. I'm like, girl, thank you. But, you know, they old or whatever. And I'm like, it's really time for me a new set. And she was like, well, you know, I do nails too. But the thing is, she stays way across town, y'all. So I'm like, dang, you know, because I am looking for a new nail tech. But I'm like, I'm not finna drive way across during Houston to the other side of town just to get my nails done, baby. I'm not finna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm way on the north. Baby, you way on the, I think that was the south side, girl. I don't be knowing. All I know is the north. So she started showing me, you know, like, pictures of her work and stuff like that. And she does really good. I ain't gonna lie. She ain't high. I ain't gonna lie. No, you gonna pay for what you get. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it like that, because everybody nowadays that's doing nails, baby, I mean, they taxing, of course, but it's like you gotta take into consideration the design, the length of the nail, and all of that. So I feel like she's pretty reasonable for what you gonna get for your money. But I'm used to paying under $100 for my nails and still, you know what I'm saying, getting what I want. So anything over 100 for some nails, y'all, that's pushing it for me. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, I love my nails, but baby, I'm not trying to spend that much money on them nails. I'm just not. You know, at that point, mama might have to start just buying the press-ons and just letting that be that. But anyways, y'all, that's what I got on my agenda for the day. Nothing spectacular. Ooh, child, but girl. On another note, tell me why, y'all, my kids have been acting a plum fool at school. My kids. Girl, I've been receiving phone calls, I kid y'all not, since like the second week of school. Mostly pertaining to my son, right? And I'm like, baby, what's happening? What's going on? Because I was one of them kids. You ain't have to worry about picking up no phone to say you finna call my mama or my daddy. Like, I feel like I was one of the sweetest kids. I was real quiet, stayed to myself, you know. I was one of them type kids, real conservative. My kids, girl, they are totally different. And it's like, I don't even know. I'm trying to figure out, like, what to do. Like, girl, I don't know. Like, I talk to them, I explain to them what I expect out of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, first situation my little boy he had with his teacher, you know, kind of like, you know, I guess he probably was just having one of them days, y'all, and I get it, we all had them days. That wasn't that big of a deal, you know. I just kind of talked to him when he got home, you know, about, you know, being respectful to his teacher, listening to his teacher, you know, and stuff like that going forward. Like, you know, don't give them no hard time. They there to teach y'all. They not there to try to, you know, do nothing extra, you know. So anything that you're doing extra that's causing an issue, is like, that's more work for them to do. Like, they not getting paid for all of that, you know what I'm saying? Bad enough as it is, they not getting paid for their job already, you know. So it's like, don't go to school and be a pain in their butt, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. A few days later, y'all, the art teacher called me and said that he had put his hands on a little girl, punched the little girl to be exact, y'all. And when I tell you, I was just taken aback, like, not my son, not my sweet baby. I know you lying to me. And then the little girl at that, oh baby, no, you're not playing that. I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. And so, you know, I talk to my kids, you know, yeah, I want the teacher side of the story. The teacher ain't got no reason to lie, you know, but of course I talk to my kids. I want to know, what was the reasoning? Like, what's going on? What makes you think it's okay for you to put your hands on another kid? Like, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And my son's rebuttal to that was, it's a little girl that he likes, y'all. He been loving this little girl. I ain't gonna say loving. He been liking this little girl, child, since he pretty much got to the school. Okay, so he said that he was trying to get her attention and she wasn't talking to him. And I'm like, but you can't just hit the little girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what did you do to get her attention? And he was like, well, mama, I called her name, she didn't answer me. I'm like, okay, well, maybe she didn't want to talk. Like, you cannot make somebody do anything, you know what I'm saying? And especially, like, trying to resort to putting your hands on them to get, you know what I'm saying, to get a reaction, like, to get her to talk to you. Like, that's not cool, especially that's a little girl. And it's a little girl you like, no, bro, we got to get that together. We can't be going around just hitting on people just because they don't want to talk to you. You know, and of course I explained it, you know, more in detail or whatever like that, more in depth to him on why that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get y'all like the basis of the situation or whatever. And then two, girl, the next day, y'all, I'm saying girl, if it's a boy watching, just, you know, disregard, baby. That's just how I talk. So I'm not trying to call you no girl, but y'all feel where I'm coming from. But I get a call right after I had this conversation, y'all, I kid you not, the very next day, that he had hit a little boy. And I'm just like, is it gonna stop? Like, y'all, I was just like, you can't be serious. Like, you cannot be serious right now. Like, I done went through this whole spiel on not putting your hands on other kids, and girl, everything that you can imagine for me to tell him on why that wasn't right. And he literally went back to school the next day and put his hands on the little boy. Now with this situation, he was saying that the little boy was getting on his nerves. Like, I guess the little boy was like, you know, nitpicking with him. And my son, he's very I'm not gonna say he's short-tempered, but it's like if you take him there, then it's just like he gets fed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you getting on his nerves bad enough, he gonna just like act out. Like, he gonna lose it. He contains himself for as long as he can, but once he's at that point, it's just like he sees red. And I'm kind of the same way, so I kind of feel like he gets that from me. But I guess the little boy must have just been working his nerves, child. He said the little boy was calling him all out his name. And my son, he don't tolerate nothing. He really don't. He said, you know, the little boy calling him, he's like, Mom, he calling me curse words. Like, so he hit the little boy. He slapped the little boy upside his head. And I'm like, Colin, you cannot do that. I'm like, you gonna have to learn how to fight with your words. You cannot use your hands. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to situations like that. Because what you let him do was provoke you. And that's what the reaction that you gave him is what he really was looking for. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you don't get nobody that type of satisfaction over you. You know, that they can move you out of character like that. Like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a weak trait. I don't like that. And granted, y'all understand these are kids that I'm talking to. But I'm talking to my kids the way I'm explaining it to y'all. That's exactly how I explain it to my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't baby them. My kids are very intelligent kids. You know what I'm saying? They know what I'm saying and they understand. And I'm just giving them different scenarios and stuff like that, you know, on how they need to just go ahead and, you know, handle it going forward. That was that, y'all. So today, I get a phone call, and it's about my daughter. Mind you, this is the first phone call I done got about her. Like, my daughter, she's mild-mannered, you know, when it comes to stuff like that. You know, I don't have no issues with her. You know what I'm saying? But today, I received a voicemail from her assistant principal stating that something had went on yesterday and they were still investigating, you know, so that's why she couldn't call me yesterday about it. So she called me today to explain what was going on. And I'm like, investigate? Like, what in the world had happened? You know what I'm saying? Because, mind you, my daughter didn't tell me anything yesterday. So, she goes, yeah, you know, Kaden said that she told you about it. I'm like, no. Unfortunately, you know, I wasn't privy to the information on yesterday, so I will be talking to her today about it, though. You know, but the assistant principal pretty much gave me a rundown, like, about what had happened. My daughter and one of her friends called themselves, I guess, I don't know if it was another little girl picking with them or if they started picking with another little girl at recess. But the little girl that they were messing with, or that was messing with them, I don't know how it went. I'm gonna get the story from her tonight. Ended up telling this little boy, you know, like, I guess they messing with me, you know, they clowning me, they making jokes about me. And so the little boy took it upon himself to hit my daughter. And so my daughter, you know, defended herself. She hit him back. So she was the one that had got in trouble. Well, I guess both of them got in trouble, but she ended up getting in trouble, you know, because they were fighting. And so nobody knew what had happened, what was going on, what was the reason. And so, like the principal was telling me, being that nobody told a teacher and the teachers were around, you know what I'm saying? And like, I always tell my daughter that too. Like, if there's something going on, somebody picking with you, somebody messing with you, somebody hitting on you, or whatever the case may be, my thing is always let somebody know. Let your teacher know what's going on. That way, push come to shove, they can't sit up here and say, you know, they didn't know, you didn't tell them. You know what I'm saying? That's like big. I'm big on that. So the fact that she didn't tell the teacher, I was just kind of like, okay. Now keep in mind, yeah, was it probably in the heat of the moment? Like, you know, they not thinking, oh, let me go tell the kid. Like, my daughter, she thinking I'm about to get my lick back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get it. But at the same time, I do not condone fighting. You know what I'm saying? My kids know that. So I'm saying all that to say, y'all, girl, I am being tested. Because I'm like, Lord, like, you know how they say, whatever you gave your parents growing up, that's kind of like what you get back in your kids. I didn't get my mom and daddy problems. Not none. Okay? You know, don't get me wrong. I used to have, you know, I used to kind of clown around sometimes in school. Sometimes, and that was when I got older, y'all. I'm talking about high school or something like that. You know, but all you got to do is tell me, all you got to do is threaten me with detention or something like that. Not that really happened to me. But I'm just saying, I was one of them kids, like, you just give me a warning and I'm going to get my act together. Like, my kids, girl, baby, they tested their mama gangster. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just like, They not scared of me, obviously, because I'm having these talks with them, and it's just like, even when y'all teachers call y'all, tell y'all like, okay, we gonna call your mom and like let them know what's going on, or like, does it even cross the back of y'all mind to think like I may get in trouble when I get home? Maybe I may get on punishment. I might get my game taken away. I might get my phone taken away. Like, y'all don't think about no consequences. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling that to my kids, like, y'all don't think it's gonna be consequences for the things that y'all do? You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of make me feel like a little punk parent on the slick. Like, I'm gonna have to start putting my foot down a little bit more, which I feel like I do. You know what I'm saying? But I understand this, you know, kids are gonna go through their different little phases and stuff. It's all a part of life, child. And so that's why I really be trying to just woosah, get my stuff together on how I'm gonna proceed with handling, you know, them as far as their punishment goes and stuff like that. But more than anything, y'all, I really just be trying to get them to understand the principle behind the situations, and, you know, just how to handle themselves, you know. So, baby, if any of y'all parents and y'all going through something similar, or y'all got any words of advice, child, baby, I'm open to it at this point, because, baby, this is all new to me. You know, I'm a young parent. I've never had to deal with nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? So, child, anyways, I didn't talk y'all ears off probably, but I done made it to the nail salon, y'all. Let me go in here and try out her brother and see how I like these nails, child. I don't even know what kind of design I'm getting, but I hope I like it, y'all. I really hope I like it. So anyways, I'm right on time for my appointment, so let me walk in here and then I'll come back, y'all, with the synopsis. I'm gonna come back to y'all and let y'all know, you know, what the nails hitting on. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, y'all, so I'm back. I'm finished. I love my nails. Y'all see them? So he did an amazing job. They came out really, really well. They're so pretty. He did them exactly how I wanted. So this is my problem. So whenever I checked out to pay for my nails, excuse me, I got this gum. Y'all know how I do when I got gum in my mouth, so don't pay me no mind. But only thing that made me upset and turned me all the way off about the service was that just a while ago when I paid for my nails, they tried to charge me $95. And I'm like, I've never paid that much money for my nails. So I'm going back and forth with my original nail tech and the guy, and I'm just like, Lynn, I've never paid this much for my nails. Like, I didn't get nothing fancy. Only thing I got is what I typically get, which is 2 powders. No design, no nothing, right? So I'm like, I didn't get anything fancy on my nails, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got what I normally get, 2 powders. So I'm like, what am I being charged for? So she's like, she says for the length, for the powder, for the, and I'm like, everything she's listing, I'm like, that's what I typically get. That's an ordinary service for me. When I come here, I get my nails taken off, obviously. I get 2 different sets of powder, and I always get my length the same length. The only thing that I ask them to cut off is the number, and that's the length of my nails. So I'm like, that's not, I'm like, I always get that. I've never paid this much for my nails, not even when I get fancy. I didn't even pay this much for my birthday nails. I think I paid like $70 for my nails. I'm like, girl, you tripping. So I don't know if it was his car, because, you know, of course they start talking in their language, child. So I don't know if that was what he was trying to charge me on the low, because they was going back and forth for the longest before he actually told me a price. So I'm like, is that something that he was trying to come up with? Because he did take a long time, y'all. I'm not gonna even front, like, but he did good, so I'm not complaining. I'm not tripping, you know, do your thing. But for her, I was just kind of disappointed, because I'm like, girl, I come to you all the time. I get the same darn thing. Like, where's all this extra money that y'all charging me coming from? It just don't make no sense to me. So safe to say that that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not gonna even much lie. Oh, I don't know if I'm going back. I gotta see how I'm gonna be feeling, because, or if I do go back, I'm probably not gonna go to him, because I'm like, that's ridiculous. You know, I love my nails, do not get me wrong, I love them, but I'm like, y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? So, my bad, y'all. My camera ended up dying, but that's pretty much all I wanted to come back and tell y'all. Tell me why she just now texted me, like literally just before I press record. She texted me and she told me I will talk to him. So obviously that's something that he was trying to charge me on his own. And I guess, you know, while we were in, you know, while I was in front of him, I guess she just didn't want, you know, to make him feel bad or whatever. But it's like, don't do that to me, because you know I'm a loyal, you know what I'm saying? I'm a loyal customer. I come to her all the time. So it's like, don't be getting up in here acting brand new like this. Not what I always get. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to talk to y'all about, y'all. That's my baby calling, and I'm gonna just talk to y'all later.
I love you.